Hello everybody, hey, welcome. Let's do some names tonight. Hey, so in the past couple of days, gained quite a few followers, so I wanted to do a live on Instagram. So if anybody has a name request, I'd like to do that, start off tonight. And my goal, we're currently at about 6,500 followers, so if you're new to this, we're writing Tangor, which is like Lord of the Rings writing. So let me just write my name here. Oops. Turn on the proper layer. There we go. So if I was going to write my name, which is Jamie, it's nice to meet you, I would do a J like this. Somebody just was commenting the other day saying, hey, you haven't done any names with J in it. How do you do a J? Well, this is how. So that's J-A-M. We'll do a short carrier with an I vowel on top and a silent E at the bottom. That's Jamie. Hey, awesome. Cool. Yeah, I hear that a lot. A lot of people learned this a long time ago. I've been doing this since about 2004, 2005. It's been a while. Alicia, awesome. Thanks for being here. So to do Alicia, which has a soft C in it, we're going to start off by doing the consonant L like this, with an A vowel on top. And then we'll do the Silme Naquerna for the soft C, with an I vowel on top. Then we'll do a vowel I, and end it with a vowel A on another short carrier. That's Alicia. Yep. Mal. M-A-L. So we would do the consonant M like this, with the consonant L and a vowel A on top. Yep, yeah, we can do Abby, and we can do Cassie as well. Thank you for being here tonight, Abby. And Cassie, thank you guys. So let me do Abby. So we'll start off with the consonant B like this. We add a bar beneath to make it two B's, then an A on top, and then we do a short carrier with an I vowel on top and a silent E. That's Abby, spelled like yours. All right, we'll do Cassie and then Cameron next. Thank you for being here, guys. So Cassie, spelled C-A-S-S-I-E. We'll do the tango that makes the K sound like this. And then we'll do a Silme with an A on top, a bar beneath to do two. And then we'll do a short carrier with an I on top, silent E beneath. All right, so next we have Cameron. So this is going to be the tango that makes the K sound with a consonant M, a vowel A on top. Then we'll do the tango that makes the R sound and goes into a vowel. Then we'll go a consonant N with the O on top. That's Cameron. Thank you guys. Thank you for watching my reels and my videos that I've been putting out. It's really nice to be on a new platform. Yes, it's actually a lot like the Roman alphabet as far as using them. It's much like some of our modern languages in that it uses diacritic marks. So it's not just like English, but it's, as far as the letters, yes, I'm using the letters to represent consonants and vowels. The diacritics represent the vowel marks. All right, so, yep, pretty much can write anything. All right, so I had a request to do Megan. It's spelled M-E-G-A-N, so let's do that. This is the consonant M, And this tangle actually looks a lot like an M, so it's pretty easy to recognize. The tangle for G is this, that makes the G sound. Then E vowel on top. End it with a consonant N and the A vowel on top. You know what? I wonder if I can join. Let me check, see if I can join my live on my computer right beside me. Pray that, let me turn the volume down. Yeah, I got it down. Okay. I don't need it to make any crazy noise. Oh, yeah, there we go. Now I can see the chat. Cool, okay. Well, that's helpful. Maybe that'll help. Sure. We'll do Kylen, Kylen. So that's the tango that makes the K sound like this. A consonant L with a Y on top. Consonant N with an E on top. There we go. Let me get my chat caught back up on my phone here. I had a question about doing Matt. Yes. So let's do Matt next. We'll do a consonant M. And then we'll do a consonant T like this with a vowel A on top and a bar beneath to make it two T's. That's Matt. There you go. Welcome. Yep, you can do Jules next, and then Ethan and Tanner. So Jules first. This is going to be Jules. So let's do the J symbol, tangle like this. We'll do our consonant L with a U vowel on top, and then we'll do a silent E here, and then we can just go over with an S hook like that. You could also, if you don't like that, you can also do a silme here. It's also possible. All right, thank you for being here, guys. We're doing Lord of the Rings writing, known as Tangwar characters, but we're doing English mode, so that we're just transliterating it using the Tangwar characters. All right, next we have Ethan. So we'll do Ethan, and there's two TH symbols in the English. There's this one that makes more of a breathy TH sound, so we'll choose that one, and then we'll do a consonant N with an A vowel on top. That's Ethan. Yep. A silent vowel. In English mode, you basically just write it still. The only time you ever do anything with a silent vowel that's different is, let me show you. Like if we were going to write the word one, that's on, see O-N, and one doesn't pronounce the E at the end. So you would do a silent E dot like that. Whereas if we were to do, let's see, I'm trying to think of a word that has a pronounced E. Let's see. Let's see. No, that's okay. I mean, but you would basically do, if you don't have it silent, you just do a short carrier with the E vowel on top. Or it goes on top of the consonant. So, all right, so let me pick some more names. We had Tanner. So let's do a consonant T. We'll do an N consonant like this, an A vowel on top. Do an N bar beneath, represent the two N's. Then a ending R with an E on top. That's Tanner. All right, so I have a request to do Gary. So we're going to do the tangua that makes the G sound. The Roman R like this. And then we do a short carrier with the Y vowel to carry the Y sound, Gary. All right, let's see. Let's look through some of these. Yeah, Daniel. Trying to make a birthday card for your friend? Awesome. Well, wish Daniel a happy birthday when it's the birthday. And let me show you how to write Daniel. So we do a consonant D like this, a consonant N, a vowel A, short carrier with an I on top. Now, Daniel, you have a couple of options here. You could do, I think the E is actually pronounced in Daniel. You hear the L, right? Even though it's kind of a yell. So, oh gosh, hold on. I accidentally told it to erase, go backwards. All right, there we go. So I would do the consonant L. Let me move this over just a little so you can see. And a vowel E like that. That's how I would write it. So that's Daniel. Wish them a happy birthday. All right, so looking over here, let's do cadence. All right, so we're going to do a tango that makes the K sound like this. And then we'll do a consonant D with an A vowel on top. And then we're going to do the soft C represented with the Silme Nakarna. And the N is a nasal bar, so it goes above that. We put our vowel E on top and then end it with a silent E at the end, which is represented by this dot here. Because cadence, the E at the end is not pronounced. Cool. Yep. I hope Daniel is excited about that. All right. So next I have is Montooth, it looks like. Or Montooth. It's going to be a M like this, consonant M. Then we'll do a consonant N with an O vowel on top. Let me move that over a little bit. Let's see. All right. Then we'll do a consonant T. Then we'll do the TH like this. O and an O. Montooth. All right, I have a request to do Caitlin. So this one, there's so many different ways to write this that let me see if I can help just a little bit. Let's see, it's Kaittlyn. So it's Kaittlyn. All right, I just wanted to make sure that you guys could see, because there's so many ways to spell that might get confusing if I didn't do this. All right, so we're going to start off with the tango that makes the K sound like this. We're going to use a diphthong for the AI that looks like this. And then we'll do a consonant T with an L consonant. And then we'll do a consonant N with a Y vowel on top. All right, so I have a request to do Roy. That one's pretty short and sweet. Do that one. And I see also Dinrandir. Do that one. So let me get those done. Let's see. Excuse me. All right, so first was Roy. So this one should be pretty easy and fast. We do the R like this. Then we do an oi like this with an O on top. Actually, that's thinking about that. I think that's actually wrong. Yeah, that's wrong. That would be row. Let's do that again. I knew that didn't feel right. So this is Roy. R. Just wanted to verify my chart that I had, just in case. That's it. There we go. All right, yes. Let's do some. I need to do that one that somebody asked me. That's their D&D character. Let's try to fit that one in here. So this one, it's like Din Randir. You write it out. DINRANDIR. Try to do some of these because if you can't understand what I'm saying, it may be confusing. So let's do this. So consonant D like this. Then we're going to do the consonant N with an I vowel on top. We'll do the consonant R. And then we'll do a D. This is actually a really good example. We'll do the nasal bar on top here with an A vowel, ending R with an I vowel. All right, so this is a good teachable moment just for a second, guys. You can see here I used the N by itself and not the nasal bar because it stood on its own in here. I used the ND that has a nasal sound, so I used the nasal bar on top of that. I used the R like this, the Roman, because it's going into this A. And I used the different R at the end because it's an ending R. The ending of the word. So it's a lot to take in, but there you go. If you missed some of it, go back and watch the recording. I'll try to post this out somewhere. Need to get some water. Hang on. All right, I keep seeing Elizabeth. So let's do that. So we'll do a consonant L like this with an E on top. We'll do a Z like this with an I. Sorry. Consonant B with an A vowel on top. And then we'll do a TH, Elizabeth, with an E on top. Let me check, see how many followers we're at now, if I can. Don't have a way to pull that up. Let's see. All right, we are at 6,600 followers. I have a goal tonight. I apologize, guys. I have something in my throat. I have a goal tonight to reach 7,000 followers. So let's make that happen. If you're new to this and you're new to my channel, give me a follow. Let's go. All right, so you're welcome, Elizabeth. Let's do Fran. We'll do that next. So to write Fran, we'll do the tangua that makes the F sound like this. Then we'll do the R that goes into a vowel, which is A. This is the consonant N, and we'll do an A on top. Now you wanted it to be Francisca. So let's keep going. To do that soft C, we're going to do a Silme Nakorna like this. And then we'll do a Silme like this with an I on top. And then we'll do the tangua that makes the K sound. Siska, short carrier, A vowel to finish. That's Francisca. All right. Go back to my chat over here. Juliet. Yes, absolutely. Guys, thank you for being here tonight. If you want to, go check out my lives. I mean my reels, my videos. I have a lot of different platforms. I have a YouTube channel. I have a TikTok. I do a lot of teaching on there as well. The YouTube, I have a teaching series, so go check that out. I'm in the process of building that out, so you're catching it at a good time. I've got 5 episodes out there. Yeah, go check out my YouTube. I have a series 1 through 5 right now, and I plan on building it out to 15. There's a lot of material left to be covered, but that ought to get you started. Oh, Juliet. Let's start with the tangua that makes the J sound, and then we'll do a consonant L with a U vowel on top. Then we'll do a short carrier with an I. And since the E is pronounced in Juliet, we're going to do a consonant T with an E vowel on top. Thank you for following. Yep, I'm going to write Nara, N-A-R-A. So this one, we're going to do the consonant N with a consonant R that goes into a vowel, and the ending vowel being the A, like this. There you go. Let me turn the size up just a little bit. All right, let me scroll through here. My favorite word to write, I like writing several things. I like writing Estelle, which means hope. It looks like this. The S and the E on top. Consonant T, L, and an E on top. That's Estelle. It's one of my favorite words. Alright, looking through the names here, let's find one that I can teach on. Hollander, yes, I saw that earlier. Let's do Hollander. So the H in the tangle that looks like an H actually looks sort of like a lambda. It's the best way I can describe it. Consonant L, and you put a bar to make it 2 L's. Put our vowel O on top. Now next we have the ND, so we're going to do a consonant D, and we're going to put a nasal bar on top like that for the N. Then we put our vowel A on top, and then it's ER at the end. And since the R is coming at the end of the word, we're going to do this one with an E vowel on top. Awesome. Thank you for being here. It looks like Layla, SMJ. Thank you. Yep, we'll do that next. Thank you for being here. I'm glad you guys are here. Make sure you follow me. Yep. Does that bar always denote a double letter? Not necessarily. There's a difference between what's called a nasal bar, like this, and a double bar like this. So for instance, if I was to write ember, E, here's the nasal bar. See, it's not even an N. It actually represents the N sound. So it's ember. We do the finishing R and E. Now, let's say we did the word, just for really fast, Inn, like a place you stay at, an inn. Here's IN, and you just put a bar beneath to make it 2. And some places even spell it with an E at the end, right? INN, INNE. So there's your silent E, because the E is not pronounced. So it's a silent E dot. All right, let's do Layla. This time, Layla is spelled Leila, like that. I guess I'm pronouncing that correct. I hope so. But we're going to try our best to go with that. So, all right, so we'll first start off with a consonant E. consonant E. There's no such thing. Consonant L. Sorry about that. You'd think that I would know this after doing this for 19 years. I know my consonants and vowels. And we always make little mistakes. It happens. Being a human. All right, so consonant L. This is the diphthong grouping that represents the EI sound here. Then we're going to go into a consonant L, do a short carrier, and then let the A stand on that. Yep, cool. There you go, Layla. Thank you for being here, and thank you for following. It's always a pleasure to meet new people, and I'm glad you guys are stumbling on my videos. I've been on Instagram for quite a while, but just depends on if the algorithm wants to throw my videos certain people's way, and I'm glad that you guys are finding my videos finally. That's great. Yep, I'll do Julia next. The algorithm is going to do what it wants to do, and I'm glad it did what it did, because in the past several days I've gained like 5,000 followers. It's been insane. I'm very thankful for that. Glad to have some new people seeing my content. So this is the J and the consonant L with a vowel a vowel U on top. I'm starting to wonder if I need to go to sleep. Consonant a vowel I on top of a short carrier, and then another short carrier with a vowel A on top. Oh, okay. Well, cool. Well, that makes sense. Sure. We can do Genevieve. Let's see. Okay, this is a good teachable moment. Thank you very much. Please share and let other people know about this. Have I created a chart for each letter? Yes, pretty much. Go check out my YouTube channel if you haven't already. I have charts on there, and I haven't quite got to that part in my series yet, but I'm building on it, and diphthongs and digraphs are coming. So yes. That kind of stuff will be exemplified throughout the series. So Genevieve, let's do, it has a J sound at the beginning. So this is the tangua that makes the J sound. And since there is a tangua that exists, we're going to use that. So then we're going to do a consonant N with an E on top. We'll do a consonant V with another E vowel on top. Trying to make sure I got it right. Then the IE looks like this. We're going to do the I, and the E from the I carries. So we're probably going to go with, this is a long one, guys, sorry. It's a great name. I just want to make sure I get it right. Genevieve, the IE like this, with a consonant V, and the E at the end is not pronounced, so another silent. There you go. It's got a lot of little twists and turns in that one. Yep, we can do Celine. Awesome. Yep. Thanks for being here. So in Celine, we have what's called a soft C at the beginning. And to write that, we can represent that with the Silme Nakorna like this. Then we do our consonant L with an E vowel on top. Then we'll do our consonant N with an I vowel on top and a silent E at the end. All right, so the question is, how do I determine where it goes? Sometimes the L or the N. Can you give me a word to use as an example? While you're thinking about that, I'm going to go ahead and move to Lorelei. Turn this music down just a little bit. I can do a transliteration for you on that name. I'm not exactly sure how it's pronounced. If you could let me know that. The J. Pedro. If you could let me know how that's pronounced, that would help. Or I can do it just orthographic for you. Let's see. So Lorelei is Loralei. This is the consonant L. Going into the R with the O on top. And then we'll do a consonant L with an A vowel on top, ending with our diphthong for E, I. Like that. Because I think it was EI, correct? Double check that. Okay, yeah, Connor. Okay, I'll do that. And that's the example. Yep, all right. All right, so let me write it out. So we're going to do the tango that makes the K sound like this. We'll do an N with an O on top. Now, your question is how do I know to put it there? Is that what it is? Instead of putting it up here? Is that your question? Okay. So for one, in the where we get these rules from is basically because of the way Tolkien wrote in his examples that was published. So we can start to understand the way he wrote the Tangwa and the Tangwar was to represent vocal sounds. Okay. So the way when you're gonna have to give me a moment to explain this. So when you write Connor, if you say this, just say it, Connor. It's just one vocalized N sound, right? Connor. But if he was to say, I'll just give a word that's very close, condor, right? Like the bird. Think about that. This, on the other hand, is a nasal sound going into the D. It's condor, condor. It's not one vocalized sound. So what he did to help with that situation is, let me erase this. So he actually produced Tangwa symbols that represent the nasal bar like this. So that would be like ND, NT, MB, MD, that kind of stuff. Whereas if you're just doubling M, N, pretty much anything that doubles, you just put the bar beneath like this. Hope that makes sense. Let me finish out writing Connor since you asked, because there might be somebody that was waiting for that. So we start off with the tango that makes the K sound. We do our consonant N with an O vowel on top, the N double bar like this, the finishing R, and an O on top. All right, let's see if I can find that. Oh, we just did Caitlin a few minutes ago, so I'll try to put this on probably my YouTube if you wanted to watch that. I don't know if I can put back, I don't know how live watching works on Reels on the Instagram. It's my first time really working with this. I usually do my lives on TikTok. I usually post my lives on my YouTube. So I just export it over there. If you guys are wanting to go back and watch the whole thing from the beginning. Still trying to find how to pronounce that. Yeah, it's going to be hard for me to understand that. But let me do orthographic. Okay. So let's do I'm just going to do it orthographic for now. This is the J Then we'll do the short carrier with an O, an A, short carrier, and an O. That's one way you could do it. Obviously, there's a phonetic way to do it, but I don't want to act like I know how it's properly pronounced. And I appreciate your patience with that, though. Maybe if you could shoot me a DM, shoot me a direct message on Instagram, and let me know how it's pronounced. I'll shoot you over an image of how it is phonetically, too. That would probably be the easiest. No, you're welcome. It's kind of hard to do some of these in live because I'm trying to get to some of the other names that have been requested. Let's see. Thank you so much. That cleared it up. I'm glad that did for you. Appreciate the question, too. So I like teaching, if you haven't noticed. This is not just a name writing session. I like to teach. That's something I like. Kylie. Let's do Kylie. Kylie. So we'll do the tangua that makes the K sound like this. And we'll do a consonant L with a Y vowel on top. Then we do a short carrier, a vowel I, and end it with the silent E. Hey Layla, if you can, shoot me a message if you can with the Juan Ignacio, because I need to spend a little bit more time with you and do both styles for the J in Juan, because that's well, I'll just show you now. Okay, so if we're doing Juan in orthographic mode, okay, then you would have a J, or this is representative of the J usually in orthographic mode English. We have the U, and then we have our consonant N with an A vowel on top. So that would be orthographic. Now, for the sake of how, are there tangua that represent the J sounding being more silent, or more like it's the tangua was designed for Sindarin and Quenya languages, and they had only certain sounds. So when it was adapted to English mode, which was J.R.R. Tolkien's native language, a lot of it kind of fit with that just naturally. So when you're looking at something like Juan, which is pronounced more, with more of a guttural hua, it's not really exactly Juan. You could do it several ways. You could do start it with an H if you wanted to. I don't like that. You could start it out with the W, a WH or something like that. I don't like those options really. I usually, for myself, if I'm writing English mode, if what I try to do is I try to write it orthographic like this. I try to write it like this, and then that way my brain, when I read it back, I see Juan. I say, oh, that's Juan. I get it. So let me do the Ignacio, and then we'll move on to some more names. So we'll do the G, the G sound. We have an I on top. And see, this one's pretty straightforward. We have the N consonant, and we can use Silmana corna for that soft C with an A vowel on top. Short carrier, an I, Ignacio. Yep. Then we'll do another short carrier with an O. There you go. All right, we did it anyway. But yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to shoot me a direct message. Guys, if you're new to this, we're writing Lord of the Rings names and all kinds of cool stuff using Tangwar, which is the alphabet that J.R.R. Tolkien created. If you like this kind of stuff, follow me. This is what I teach. It's what I do. That's why I'm called the Tangwar teacher. And I'd be happy to help you out. I do take tattoo commission requests. So if you have a tattoo design you want to put together, I can give you a very high resolution image that you can take to a tattoo shop. They can use it as a transfer, put it directly on you. I do charge a small fee for that because it takes me a little time to set up the project to make sure that it's accurate and everything's exactly the way we want. So since it's a tattoo, I charge a little bit more for that just to make sure that everything is exactly the way you want it before you go get it done. So it's just a little bit of a way to keep my time, just a little bit of pay for it or whatever. But anyway, thank you guys. Let's see. Let me look over here because my phone chat's going too fast. Katie. All right. Let's do Katie. Let me get back over here. Make sure I'm in the right. Yeah. All right. So we'll do the tangua that makes the K sound, the K. We'll do a consonant T with a vowel A on top. Let me slow down just a little bit. Short carrier with an I vowel on top and end it with a silent E. Yep, we'll do Jada next. Jayda. So we'll do the tangua that makes the J sound like this. We have a special diphthong that makes the AY sound like this. Then we'll do a consonant D, and the A is going to stand outside on its own on a short carrier. I'm using Procreate, and it is iPad exclusive. I don't like that, but that's just what I have, and I really like Procreate. It's a really good app, and I use the Apple Pencil on an iPad Pro. And the brush that I use, if you do have this app, I have it as a free download in my link in my bio on my profile page. So if you want the brush, it's for free. It's called Tangwar Lettering. Can't see that, but it's for free. All right. What did I start off with when learning Elvish? This is exactly what I started off with. So when I learned about the Tangwar chart in the back of the Return of the King book, if you have the Return of the King book in your house, in your possession there, near you, grab it and go to Appendix E. Appendix E as in Edward. And you will see the writing system section, and inside there they have the Tangwar chart. That was my first encounter with it. They call it the Feanorian letters, our system. And then I started learning that Tolkien published a lot of works to do English writing, and so we was able to assess from that the rules that were in place, so to speak. So hopefully that answers your question. Let me find some more names to do. Somebody, Alexander, yes, thank you for being patient. I saw that earlier and I want to make sure I got it. All right, so Alexander, we're going to do a consonant L like this with an A vowel on top. So to do the X, we're going to do the tangua that makes the K sound, and you add a little S hook like that. That makes the X sound, like an X. So we have our vowel E on top. Then we're going to do, like I was talking about just a little bit ago, we're going to do a nasal bar on top of the tangua that makes the D sound. So that's what this is. Then we'll do our A vowel on top of those. And we'll finish out with an ending R with an E vowel on top. So that's Alexander. There you go. It's a lot in that one. But let me go back through it real quick. A-L-E, this is the X, A-N-D-E-R. There you go. Guys, I'm trying to reach 7,000 followers tonight. So if you are just watching and observing, make sure you hit that follow button if you like what you're seeing, if you want to learn how to write this way. This is what I teach. It's what I do. I dedicate my whole channel to. We're getting close. We are at 6,600, almost 6,700 followers. So guys, make sure you follow me if you're not. I have other social media platforms. If you want to follow me on those, if you prefer those, like if you prefer TikTok, I've got a good following over there. YouTube, I'm trying to grow that as well. I just hit 3,000 followers today, or subscribers today. I'm trying to grow that. I have a teaching series on YouTube. So give me a name, somebody. Let's go. Maybe I could scroll up. Probably somebody's already asked for one. Oh, cool. Yep. If you have a commission for a tattoo you want done, I do charge a small fee to do the setup on the file and just to make sure that I work with you, take the time needed. So I do that. But if you have a interest in getting something done, be happy to help you out, except Venmo and PayPal. So if you're in the US, Venmo usually is best. PayPal for pretty much anybody else in the world. Eric, yes. Let's do Eric. E-R-I-C. And in this case, the tengwa that makes the k sound is what we're going to use. So I'll show you that. So we're going to do the consonant R. Now we're going to use this R because it goes into an I. But we're going to put our vowel E on top first. And then we'll do the tengwa that makes the k sound like this. It's called a kwese. And we'll do an I vowel on top. Yes, we'll do Mariana. All right, do that next. So we'll start off with our consonant M. Do a consonant R with an A vowel on top. Short carrier with an I. And we go into a consonant N with an A vowel on top. And we end out with a short carrier and a vowel A on top. All right, let's do Caden next. Yep, I can do pretty much anything. We can do Renee, we'll do Persephone. So let's do Caden next. I believe I saw that one. Make sure I've got my chat updated over here. I'm watching it on the side. What's going on, chat? Do our tengwa that makes the k sound. We'll go into a consonant D like this with a vowel A on top. End it with a consonant N with a vowel E on top. That's Caden. Next, it looks like it's Renee. Hope I'm pronouncing that properly. It's R-E-N-E. So we'll just do the Roman R like this with an N, an E on top. And since this E is pronounced, we'll do a short carrier and an E vowel like that. Cool, thank you guys. Yeah, if you haven't checked out my YouTube series, I've got 5 videos just sitting there waiting for you to start jumping into this stuff. And that's a work in progress. Part of what my Patreon's about is it goes to fund some of this work that I'm doing, because it takes a lot of hours to edit all this video, put all this material together, and also I'll be teaching classes and whatnot in September. So I do have a Patreon. If you're interested in supporting me, just a few bucks here and there from a lot of people would help. It would just make this where I could do it more and invest more time into it. So appreciate any support you guys give me. It's always welcome. Let's see. All right, Persephone. Let's do that one. So just because Persephone is a long name doesn't always mean that it's going to be long in Tengwar, because there's a lot of things that double up on top of each other in the word letters. So let's try it and see. Don't really know until I start writing it. Let's find out. This is the P, the Tengwar that makes the P. Now we're going to do an R like this because we're going into a consonant S. Let me make sure I got that pulled up. Yeah, I was right. We do our silme like this. And then we're going to do the PH. Oops. Looks like this. With an E vowel on top. And we'll do consonant N with an O vowel on top. Persephone. So the E is pronounced, so we'll do that. And we just barely made it in the screen, but there you go. I'll make it a little bit where you can see it. That's Persephone. Good deal. All right, we'll do May. M-A-Y. So we'll start out by writing the consonant M like this. It looks like an English M. And then we'll do the diphthong for A-Y. That's it. May. Short and sweet. Love it. All right, sure. We'll do Aaron. I'll show you how the double A works. Yeah, especially because it starts with it. So in this case, you want to do... All right, you have a couple of options, but I'll show you how I've always done it. You start out by doing a short carrier with an A. Then you do the Roman R like this. Put your other A on top of that. I think that looks best. There is another way to do it. You could put both A's on top of this R, but I like this better because otherwise they get crowded. So anyway, let's do the consonant N with the vowel O on top. That's Aaron. We'll do Gabriella next. Goodness. Sorry, guys. All right, so let's do the tangua that makes the G sound like a G. Put that together. Then we'll do a consonant B. That looks crazy. There we go. Put our A vowel on top. An R that goes into a vowel. And then we'll do a short carrier with an I because we're going to go into a consonant L. And there's two L's in Gabriella, so we'll do the bar like this to make it two with a vowel E on top. And then to end it, we do a short carrier and an A to represent the A at the end. So that's Gabriella. Hopefully you can see that. Thank you guys for the follow. Appreciate that. Trying to get to 7,000 this evening, if possible. We're almost there. Getting very close. Let's see if we have another name requested. Yep, Clara and Alfonso. Do those. So for Clara, we'll do the tangua that starts with the K sound. We'll do our consonant L. Go into our R with an A vowel on top. Short carrier and an A vowel to end, like that. That's Clara. Now Alfonso. Do that with a consonant L, like that. An A vowel on top. We do the consonant that makes the F sound, which is this. Now, again, this is an example of how, since there is a tangua that makes the Z sound, Alfonso, unless you actually pronounce it Alfonso, which I don't think so, possibly. I'll show you both ways. If he was to, you wanted to do it orthographic, you could do the S like this with an O on top and end it with an O like that. That's with an S. But if you want to use the tangua that actually fits their best, you know what, I just realized I didn't do the N. So just give me 1 second. Alphon. Losing my mind. Okay, yeah, there is an N. Sorry. So let's do... This is actually a lot different than I was just doing it. So we got that A-L-F-O-N. I like challenges, if you guys hadn't figured it out. I like puzzles. All right, so now you would do the Silme like this and an O. But if you wanted this to be a Z sound, you would do the Z which actually looks like two silmays stacked on top of each other. That's basically what it is. Short carrier and an O. So there's your two options. No, that's okay. I don't think there is a such thing as a hard one. It's just they're all unique. Sometimes they are easier than others, but it's just about finding, a good solution for that. That's a good point to make at this point, because although I'm very confident in how fast I can write and what I do, I always go back and if I have questions, even myself, I will go back to my community of people that I know and trust, and people that have been doing this as long as me. And sometimes I'll verify things, if I have a question. So it's just like you guys are doing with me. So, all right, let's do Saskia, Saskia. Saskia. So we start off doing the silmay like this, and then we'll do another silmay with an A on top, the tangwa that makes the K sound. Then we'll do a short carrier with an I vowel, and then another short carrier and an A vowel. Thank you guys for being here. If you're new to this, we're writing Elvish names. Actually, we're writing English and words like that transliterated using the Tangwar characters. Make sure you follow me. I'm trying to reach 7,000 followers tonight. Appreciate you guys being here. I do have a YouTube series if you're interested in following that and learning. I have a teaching series there. So let's do another name. Let me look through here. All right, can I put the N on top of an S? So I would say no. And the reason why is because of the way the NS, when you say this, let's see, tons. It's not exactly, this is the word that's popping in my head. I'll just write it out so you can see what I'm talking about. Usually when you have a NS, like let's use the word tonsil, there's a break here. This is not a combined nasal bar. This is tonsil. So you would write out the N and the S separate. Trying to think if there's any other example, but you kind of see where I'm going with that. Let's see. But that's my thought process on that. So when you're writing it, you would actually write out the N and then the S like this. Or let's just say if you had the word tons, right? T, there's the consonant N and an O. Now here's something that might trip you up or freak you out a little bit. There's something called an S hook. It would go right here. At the end of a word, if you have an S, which most names don't have that, so that's why it's kind of, you don't see it much in my name videos, but the S hook can be written at the end of a lot of things. Like, let's see, like for instance, if something ended with a T, you could do an S hook like that. So, yep. Glad to have you guys. Thank you for following. Looks like we kind of died down. Does anybody have a name request? I'm about to be knocking off. I've been on here. Oh, Liam. Thank you. I'm scrolling back up through the chat over here on my computer. So let's do Liam. And we'll do a couple more names, and then I'm going to call it a night. So we got the consonant L. We have a short carrier with an I vowel on top. Then we'll do the consonant M, like that, and a vowel on top. So I don't know of any attested works that Tolkien did with the apostrophes, nor is there any capitalization. that's something that something you'll learn if you research this, is there's a lot of variations and things that J.R.R. Tolkien's son Christopher made. So what I'm using is stuff that was attested back all the way to J.R.R. Tolkien himself. So there, you'll see some stuff out there with capitals. You'll see maybe some things out there with some weird symbols for apostrophes and punctuations, but there's some attestation for some punctuation, but I don't think there's one for apostrophes. At least I don't use them. I just skip over it and just keep writing the letters. All right, so we got some names here. I think I've got several here. I'm going to read them out. Let's see. I have Simon. I saw Simon. Simon, Amanda, Alexa. So let's do those. We'll start off with Simon real quick. We do the Silme like this. Consonant M with an I vowel on top. Consonant N with an O vowel to finish. That's Simon. All right, we're going to go ahead and do Alexa. We'll come back to Amanda here in a second. So we'll do the consonant L with an A vowel on top. The tangua that makes the KS, which is a quesse with the S hook. We'll put the E on top, short carrier, and an A vowel on top. That's Alexa. For Amanda, we can do the tangua that makes the M like this with an A on top. We'll do the consonant D, put our nasal bar on top because it's ND. A vowel, short carrier, and A vowel at the end. That's Amanda. Let's see. Bella. All right, Bella's next. So we'll start out with the tangua that makes the B sound for the B. Then we'll do a consonant L. And to make it two L's, we put this bar in the middle with an E on top, short carrier, and an A vowel at the end. That's Bella. All right. What is the symbol for U? All right. So the symbol for U is represented like a backwards hook like that. Normally, if it's standing by itself, it would be on a short carrier like this. If it's on top of a character, like here's a consonant T, there's the U. Let's do like the consonant P with a U. That's how you do a U. Now, this is actually everything I do. I'm talking to Dawn at this moment. Everything I do is attested by J.R.R. Tolkien's charts that he provided. Also, his attested works that he's published or was published posthumously in his name by the foundation. So, and that's changed over the years because the more they publish, the more variations we see, and things kind of changed a little bit. But that's okay. You know, just like all languages, we're open to change and try to keep up with it. So let's do Axel and Blue. Axel would be the tangua quesse that makes the K sound. We'll put the S hook on it. That makes it an X because it's the KS sound. We'll do the A vowel on top, and then we'll do the consonant L with an E on top. That's Axel. Now for Blue, let me get that going. Do a consonant B. Then we'll do a consonant L. For UE, we could do this. This is actually what I was just showing you. This is the short carrier with the U on top. And that E is silent at the end because you don't say blue E, right? It's just blue. So there's a silent E dot there to represent the E, even though it's not said. That's a silent E dot. All right, let's do dawn. So to do dawn, or dawn, depends on how you pronounce it. Same way as far as the Tangwar is concerned. Start with the consonant D. Then we're going to draw our diphthong for the AW, which looks like this because this is a W and this is the vowel A on top. And then we'll just finish it out with a consonant N. All right, next we have Emily. Trying to reach 7,000 followers tonight, guys. So make sure you're following me. You're following me so you can see more of this kind of stuff if you like it, if you like to learn. So we'll start out with the consonant M with an E on top. Then we'll do our consonant L with an I on top. We do a short carrier with a Y vowel on top. That's Emily. We did Ethan earlier several times. If you guys are missing some names or if you just came in, I'm going to be putting this live stream on my YouTube. If you want to go watch the whole thing, that would be appreciated. Also, I need the views. I need some subscribers over there. So go check out my YouTube. Let's do Willow next. Haven't done that tonight. So let's do it. We have a consonant W like this. We do our consonant L. A bar here makes it 2 L's. Put our vowel I like that. And then we do the diphthong with an OW like this. Makes the OW sound. Willow. Yep, we can do Grayson. Haven't done that one as well. So Grayson has a diphthong in it. AY, so let's do that. So we start off with the G, the G sound. We do the R that's going into a vowel. Then we do the diphthong I was talking about for AY. We do a silme for the S. And then we do our consonant N with an O vowel on top. That's Grayson. All right, so you're asking about Mithrandir. You have to understand that Mithrandir is an Elvish name. So what I'm doing right now is transliterating. I can do a transliterated version for you, and I think it's pretty close, but I'd have to look up the etymology on his name because I'm not sure if it's in Sindarin or Quenya. Quick little search will tell me. Let me check it out real quick. I'm curious now. You got me interested. Mithrandir. Okay, it's Sindarin. So that's good. But it would be written in Balerian Sindarin. So we'll do that. Let me show you how that looks. It's definitely different. This is how they would have written it. Okay. Yeah, it's Sindarin. Good point. Yep. I like to look it up just to be sure. Assumptions are not good, especially when you're teaching. I like to verify. I hope you guys can appreciate that I don't just try to act like I know everything. I try my best to verify what I teach. I don't want to just act like I know something. If I have a question, I'm looking it up. Okay. All right. So this is how you do this in Balerian Sindarin. It's different now. So brace yourself. I'm just going to go letter for letter here because they actually represent sort of like this is the MITH. Then we do this for the R. And then we're going to do this symbol here. And then to do the ND, it actually still brings over the nasal bar like this. And then we end it with an I and an R. So that is actually, I'll move this so you can see it a little bit better. That's actually how you would do it in Balearian Sindering. So, kudos. That's how you would, if you want to take a shot of that, that's how it would look in the original Sindering. I think first age was the Balearian time period, I think. I don't know. So, but anyway, it did move on to a different type of approach as it was done from like Gondor and things like that. They changed it to basically, it's very close to what I do in all my stuff. It's very close to the English mode. They're very similar. They have a few differences, but not many. But this is the original. You can tell instead of using a lot of diacritics, they actually use the vowels separated out. You can see some similarities. Like you have here, the M is still a bow with the bar at the bottom. The I looks like an I. The TH is the same. The R is the same. This is a vowel representing the A. And this is a nasal bar on the D. He kept that in there for that. Actually, it probably went over to the other. That's part of the way it's pronounced, right? And then the I and the R. So, cool. All right, well, let me go ahead and erase this if everybody's got that. Tell you what, let me take a screenshot of that and I'll post that on my... Oh, didn't want to flip over to that. Let's see, I was trying to do 4 fingers and screenshot. There we go. Yeah. We'll post that on the Instagram later. You all were a part of that. How about that? All right, let's do some more names. Let me check out the chat. Let's see. All right, so guys, we're writing Elvish names. If you want to follow me, I appreciate that. This is what I do. I teach Elvish and Tolkien languages. Maybe some of you have seen some of my reels in the past couple of days. I saw a name earlier. Let's do Eliana. Do that next. And Ari. And Ileana. Alright, so Eliana and Liliana are actually very close. Let's see if we can do both of those at the same time. So here's Eliana, starting with the E-L-I-N, then A vowel on top, short carrier, A vowel on top. That's Eliana. And Liliana is an L, another L, with an I on top, an I on a short carrier. I'm running out of room here. With an A vowel on top, short carrier A. So that's L-I-L-I-A-N-A. There you go. Haha, you're asking for Sauron? All right, let's do Ari. I'm trying to do some of these requested names because I know that they're... I actually have a video on my feed. If you go check out Arwanadas, if you go check out on my feed, I actually have a video about Sauron and the origin of his name and how it's spelled. So I might do that in a second, but I've got a lot of requests coming in. So let me grab these. Ari is like this. A-R, short carrier I. That's Ari. Let's see. scroll through these. Yes, done Ethan quite a few times. Let's do Natalia. I will be uploading this live to my YouTube under the same name. So if you want to check it out tomorrow, it'll be there. If you want to go back through and watch. Natalia was next. So we'll do a consonant N, consonant T with an A vowel on top, consonant L, an A vowel on top, short carrier with an I, another short carrier with an A at the end. That's Natalia. Next is Logan, and then Carissa. So we do our consonant L, the tango that makes the G sound, with an O vowel on top, then a consonant N with an A vowel on top. It's Logan. Thank you for following me. Appreciate that. We'll do Carissa and then Kendall with 2 L's. Carissa is R-I-S-S-A. So Carissa will do the tango that makes the K sound. We'll do the R that goes into a vowel, A on top. We'll do a silme like this with an I on top, a bar beneath to make it 2, short carrier and an A. That's Carissa. Next is Kendall, Kendall. So we do the tango that makes the K sound. It's called a quese. We'll do our consonant D and a nasal bar on top with an E vowel. Then we do our consonant L, the bar to make it 2, and an A vowel on top. That's Kendall. All right, we'll do Alexandria. So somebody's asking me how to do HU. So you'll just do the H tango like that for the H sound, short carrier, and then the U. That's it. Actually, I always like the really short names like that because they make the best tattoos. I mean, I like everything. I like phrases. I like stuff that wrap around paragraphs. But these are always really cool because it's almost like just a symbol, you know? It's like if it's just a couple of letters, that's kind of neat to me. Like my name's long, so it wouldn't look like that. But you can almost make them look like a symbol. You're welcome. All right, so Alexandria. Let's do Alexandria. All right, we'll start with the consonant L with a A vowel on top. We'll do a quese here, and we add an S hook to make it a KS. Put an E vowel on top. That's the Alex part. Then we'll do our consonant D with a nasal bar on top, an A vowel, so that's A-N-D. Then we'll do a consonant R, short carrier, and an A to finish. That's Alexandra. Excuse me. It's Alexandria, right? Let me check. Yeah, okay. So Alexandria would be an I vowel. My brain just happened to remember. Oh boy. All right. Sorry. There we go. So let me make this where you can see all of it. So we have Alexandria. Yeah. Oh, let's check. Let's see how many followers we're at. Chat. We were at 6,700, and now we are at 6,800. Awesome. Gained 100 followers in the past hour. Thank you so much, guys. Trying to get that 7,000 goal tonight. Yeah. But we're getting there. My reels are coming through. They're getting new people, and I'm loving it. So really think we'll hit that goal by tomorrow. I would think so. All right, Aubrey. Yes, let's do that. We have what's called a diphthong that has the A-U sound like that. And then we're going to go into a consonant B that makes the B sound like that. We do a consonant R that goes into a vowel, the vowel being an I. So it ends like that on a short carrier. Awesome. So the question I'm getting is it allowed to use letters from different modes? Absolutely. If you want to, this is my advice. If you want to use a different mode, like some people, for instance, write English in the Quenya mode, which is a reverse mode of what I'm doing in this mode tonight. That's fine. And a lot of people do that. That's okay. It's not really what it was intended for. Tolkien didn't make Quenya necessarily for English. He made an English mode for that. So my personal opinion, I don't usually mix them. But if it's your journal, your writing, your whatever, that's up to you, you know. I feel like Tolkien, this is just my opinion. I think Tolkien would love for people to make it their own, because but just like modern languages, they're ever evolving. When you have, in modern day, think about this with our languages now, and how like the Germanic languages and all these are, it's late, my mind's not working, but all these languages have evolved and spread based off of culture and different locations. It's just like that in the lore of Middle Earth. The Elvish language evolved as it went through different groups of elves and different time periods, and by the time it came to men, they changed it up for their own, you know. So it's all kind of the way it was made then, and now here we are, we're writing it for us. So in a way, yeah, you could kind of make it your own, and I think he would be open to that. There are people out there that would be more purist and say, no, you have to do it a certain way. I try to do it with the way that Tolkien gave us as an example. I think as a teacher, that's my best goal to aim for. But as a writer, it's really your call. You know. Yes, it's Elvish writing. What do I recommend for learning? My YouTube channels, for one. I teach very in-depth study on this stuff. I have teaching materials out on TikTok, which I know this is Instagram. I don't have my teaching stuff on here as much, but I do have some. The best thing you could do is just dig in. The YouTube is probably your best thing, because I just started that. Got 5 good lessons out there, and they're very, very in-depth on how to write the letters and how to learn. So, yep. All right, let's do some names. Sorry, I got off on a tangent. Let's see, Indiana. Let's do Indiana. Indiana has a nasal bar, has the ND in it. So let's do that. That's actually how we started. We start off with a consonant D, the nasal sound for the ND with an I vowel on top. Then we'll do a short carrier with an I on top. Consonant N with an A vowel on top. And end with an A vowel at the end. All right, I've got time to do one more name, and then I got to knock off here for the evening, because I've got family settling down for bedtime, and that's usually my cue to say goodbye. I had one more name I wanted to do. Well, I'll try to, if you want me to do Alejandro, shoot me a DM for that, because I'll have to do some teaching and explaining about the different ways to do that. Let's do Ariana, and then I'm going to say adios. Ariana is the last one, and then I'm going to call it a night. So thank you guys for being here with me. Make sure you go and check out my other social media platforms. Make sure you follow me on them. And I do have a Patreon if you want to support me, support this work. It's greatly appreciated. I do tattoo commissions for a small fee. So hit me up on my DMs if you want me to do a tattoo design for you. Be happy to. This is the consonant R with an A vowel on top. We'll do a short carrier with an I vowel. do a consonant N with an A vowel, and then a short carrier, and the A stands alone. So that's A-R-I-A-N-A. All right, guys, I have got to go. Make sure you go check out my other videos. Go check out my YouTube. I need more subscribers there. I need people over there learning, because I'm building out those videos. That's a part of my Patreon support. If you guys are interested, the videos are free. The teaching is free. However, I do have a Patreon if you want to help support that work, because this is kind of like a part-time job for me. So anything that you can help supports my family, supports me in this work. So everybody have a great night, and I will put this live on YouTube, and I'll see you guys later. Have a good night.